Keith Ellison certainly isn't a perfect candidate when it comes to the DNC chair race, but when you look at all of the other options available to us, well, for progressives, there's no question, Keith Ellison is the best chance we have at potentially reforming the Democratic Party. Now, the thing about Keith Ellison is that the establishment has made it very clear that they want nothing to do with him, so Keith Ellison depends on the support of progressives in order for him to be elected, because if we don't put pressure on the party, they're going to go with someone like Tom Perez, who is in favor of the TPP, who is from the Hillary Clinton wing of the party, which has led us to a Donald Trump presidency. So I think it's time that we go in a new progressive direction. But the point I'm trying to make is that Keith Ellison depends on our support, on the support of progressives, in order to be successful in his bid to be the next DNC chair. So you would think that he would be extra cautious about trying to cater to the needs of progressives. I mean, he's spoken about wanting to unify the party. He knows it's divided, but at the same time, you need to be very careful in what you say to progressives. And unfortunately, he released a tweet that severely damaged his credibility among progressives. So he tweeted out an article titled, "If you're liberal and you think Clinton is corrupt, you're awarding 25 years of GOP smears." No, Keith, that's incredibly wrong, and there's two reasons why I take issue with this. First of all, the fact that Hillary Clinton is corrupt is undeniable. If you disagree with that, you're disagreeing with reality. And of course, there's a spectrum. You have less corrupt to corrupt people, very corrupt people. Hillary Clinton is at the far end of that spectrum. She's basically as corrupt as you can possibly be in Washington without being prosecuted for it. So to say that Hillary Clinton is not corrupt, you're just denying reality. You're trying to stick your head in the sand, and you don't want to acknowledge a severe problem that the Democratic Party has, and that is that they are corrupt. They only do the bidding of their donors. They ignore the grassroots portion of the party, and so by saying that Hillary Clinton is not corrupt, that's bad. But second of all, you're actually insulting progressives because you're scolding us, and you're basically implying that we don't do our own research, and that we can't think for ourselves, and that we're buying into right-wing propaganda. Doesn't this sound like something else I heard before?
I feel sorry sometimes for the young people who, believe this. They don't do their own research.
Oh, that's right. That sounds like something Hillary Clinton said to us, and we did not like Hillary Clinton because she was condescending and talked down to us. So with all due respect to Keith Ellison, you're completely wrong here, and I would tread very lightly when trying to scold progressives about Hillary Clinton, because Hillary Clinton is emblematic of everything that's wrong with the Democratic Party. So if you can't see the problems that we have with Hillary Clinton, then how are you going to prove to progressives who are already skeptical about you that you're the right DNC chair for them? How are you going to reassure us that in spite of very harmful foreign policy positions you have, like your Syrian no-fly zone and your support for Obama's intervention in Libya, how can you reassure us that you're the right choice? I mean, I'm doing everything I can to make the case for you. I'm defending you against arbitrary smears and character assassination attempts from the Democratic Party establishment. Don't spit in my face while I'm doing that, Keith. I'm trying to help you out here. Now help me out. All the problems that we have with Democrats, we have with Hillary Clinton, and Hillary Clinton embodies that. I mean, she did the bidding of Clinton Foundation donors while she was Secretary of State. We don't like that. That's corruption, Keith. She took money from special interests and then changed her position as a result of accepting those contributions. Case in point, she was in favor of a single-payer healthcare system, and I loved Hillary Clinton back then, but she took money from the health insurance industry and then changed her position. Elizabeth Warren famously spoke about how she switched her position on a bankruptcy bill she was formerly against after she took money from the big banks. And furthermore, she took money from Goldman Sachs and big banks and did speeches for them where she was paid $225,000 per hour, and she absolutely refused to release the transcripts for those. These are all very huge red flags that tell us she wasn't going to do the bidding of Democratic Party voters. She was going to do what her donors wanted. This is all corruption, Keith. So if you are basically belittling what we care deeply about, which is money in politics, which is corruption, which is legalized bribery, and you're telling us that we're just buying into right-wing propaganda, then that's honestly just insulting. I find that incredibly insulting, Keith, because Republicans, the reason why I don't like Republicans is because they sold out to special interests. They're just straight up shills for the industry. Hillary Clinton is as corrupt as many Republicans, hence why I don't like her, hence why I didn't vote for her. So if you're going to honestly try to convince progressives, the people who pay attention to politics the most, that Hillary Clinton, who is someone who's representative of everything wrong with money in politics and the corrupt Washington political establishment, if she's not corrupt, if you're going to honestly try to convince us of that, wow, I don't know what to say. You're out of touch. You're more out of touch than I would have hoped for. So here's the thing, Keith. I still support you reluctantly to be the DNC chair because honestly, you're the best that we can get, and I still do love your take on domestic policy. I like that you're trying to unify the party. I get that, but at the same time, notice that if you will be the DNC chair, it will be because of the weight of the progressive movement and us throwing our support behind you. Don't put that in jeopardy by trying to appeal to people who don't want anything to do with you.
Support this podcast by joining the independent progressive media revolution today at humanistreport.com.